Next up is poet Louise Viera in a reading of her original work.
Please welcome, I think it's her first time here, is that right, Louise? Louise Viera. Thank you.
Yeah. These are three poems about nostalgia, about going back, and there are three different voices. So the first one, my father's people were from the Azores, San Miguel. The first one is called saudade. Saudade is a Portuguese term. It's not definable, but it's longing, melancholia, and many languages have a word for this. Saudade. On feast days, my aunt carried the enamel pot like a sacred offering, a severed head, an echo from the mouths of caves, and gave to my father, an unholy man, the blood sausage, black with the terror of red. My father rarely spoke. Once he mumbled to the television, they should never dress those bears up and make them act. Another time, while gnawing overcooked steak, mothers chewed their baby's food. When he was 5, he returned to the island with my grandmother, where she bore her third child, my aunt, the green-eyed Adelina. He denied any memory, but always loved the sweetness of pineapples. The blood sausage was his. My mother cooked the food from her parents, lightly salty broths, delicate noodles drying on the wooden backs of brooms, and chickens hanging like coats from the cellar pipes. And so alone, my father warmed the horrid black coil, stuffed with rice bound by blood. He broke the bread, closed his eyes, tilted his head, taming the wild beast of slaughter, savoring the camaraderie and the sugary sunlight of pineapples. The saudade of food, the communion breakfast, the Seder plate, the Last Supper, the broken bread, the bloodied wine, and on the woven cloth of nostalgia, the far scent of island pineapples. The second one is in the same vein of remembering, and it's called By Hand, and it's for Eliana, my granddaughter. First, I remember the mud pies, my tin pail riveted with rust and flake, and the dented shovel, no longer red, to mix the batter, water, and sand. If you tunnel deep into the dirt, bands of orange clay, fine and buttery. My pies were exquisite discs, molded by hand, just enough water to make the dirt stick, to form and reform perfect patties. My hands were new then, my nails ridged with brown, scrubbed to a quick before Sunday. This was art in the first form, pure and primal, earth in hand. Now I have moved on. Needles and hooks, threads and yarn, linen, muslin, cotton, silk, burlap. The colors, oh, the colors, subtle and blatant, shouting and whispering, screaming limes and silent mauves, all by hand. Rugs, caps, blankets, flowered hankies, and tiny looped pouches, worked with waxed linen thread for the first lost tooth. I believe our spirits exist through the tips of our fingers, a tapestry of expression, of myth and history, place and person and heart, only by hand. But for the mud pies, oh, the delicious, perfect mud pies, there would be no first stitch. My child, remember this story, and when my arms can no longer warm you, wrap this blanket about your shoulders, and I will be close. I will hold your hand. And then the last one is just a very short poem, and it's called Homesick. Send a pebble from the path. Do not wash the dirt from its cracks. I want to roll its grit in my finger's print. Send me the forest, send me the field. Send me a nest with tails of worsted. Send an ash leaf I can press to my cheek.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.